What up, y'all? My name is Jaiden. They call me The Cure, and you're on the Lisa B Experience.
Okay, you said you were always musical and
Yeah.
artistic. How old were you when you discovered, like, this is what I want to do? I want to sing, I want to write songs.
It's weird because, you know, my family was musical. My mom sang, everybody in my family sang, so we never really looked at it as anything special. Like, it was just kind of like, we sing.
Right.
You know, we're musical, that's what we do. Like, church, it's kind of was part of the deal. But it wasn't until I was out and about and started to realize that everybody wasn't like us. This is what we did, but it was special to, you know, out there. And then really, D'Angelo was like my first influence as far as somebody who I was like, I want to do that, you know, because I related to him, his voice and his style and just the way he approached music. And that was the first time I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
One guy came up to you today and said, I think I want to sing, I want to be a singer-songwriter. And they think it's all glitz and glam, and how much hard work actually goes into it?
Well, you know, it's really, the hard work isn't, you know, the music. The hard work isn't the creating your art. The hard work is getting your art out to the world. You know, that's the part that makes it work, because before that, it's what you love to do, you know. You don't really choose music, I don't think. I think it kind of chooses you, you know.
Baby, when you smile for me, it's a sweet, sweet, sweet melody.
Just like Jesus, I'll follow you to follow you.
And I want to talk about your name. It's Jaiden the Cure.
Yeah.
And I heard that Quincy Jones deemed you the Cure.
Yeah, I mean, well, my name is Jaiden.
Okay.
But, you know, people kind of like call me The Cure. It kind of stuck. It started with Quincy, and the name kind of stuck.
Well, I mean, if Quincy
Yeah.
drops you, like,
yeah. So that's kind of where it came from. I actually had the opportunity to perform at his Bel Air estate.
Oh, wow.
He had this event, and they were just celebrating all his years of music and his writing, and he's got literally every award in the world you could imagine to have, and like, you know, awards dating back to like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan, all the way up to like Ludacris and Kanye and T-Pain. And it's just like, it's real overwhelming because you're like, nobody will ever do this again, you know, what he's accomplished, you know. So anyway, so I go to his living room, I'm sitting at his piano, my hands is like this, and he's got like an Oscar, he's got one of his Oscars sitting on one side, and he's got like a picture of him with like the Dalai Lama on one side, and he's like, yo, what's happening right now? Like, where am I at, you know? But anyway, I performed a few of his songs, and then I performed one of my songs. You know, he was like, you know, yeah, sure. I was like, I want to play you one of my songs, just like see what you think. He was like, yeah, sure, you know, play it. So I play him one of my songs, a song called Hello Heartache, and he was just like, man, he's like, you know, this is what music is missing, that feeling, that emotion, like what you just did, you know, like you're playing, you're using real instruments, you're writing from a real place, you're singing with your voice, you're not like trying to be anything. He's like, that's what we need right now. That's going to be what The Cure is, man. You're The Cure. So that's, a lot of people take the Cure thing as, oh, like, you know, music is in such a bad place, right, and I want to cure it. But it's really not that, because there's a lot of music that I love out right now, and there's a lot of artists that I'm friends with out right now. But I think that we just need more individuality and more diversity. There's only like one thing. If you turn on the radio, it's like one thing you're going to hear, as opposed to, you know, hearing a variation of things, you know. And it's like, you know, just like I always say, it's like I've never met one person who has one type of music in their iPod.
Where do we all go? Where do we all go? Where do we all go?
Home on a flight one day with Ozzie Davis, right before he passed. It was maybe like 6 months before he passed. And we had this long conversation about the entertainment industry and black people and our culture and things. And the thing I remember the most that he said to me was, the reason why so many of us have gotten so much further now is because there isn't a fear that will turn around and make that something bigger for our community. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. You know, like before, they were afraid to let people get to a certain place because they knew there was going to be a turnaround and they were going to help the community out. They were going to do this. They was going to create change. They were going to use their voice in politics. Now there's really not that fear with people, so they're allowed to like shoot through the roof. But I think we should do a lot more to change that. I mean, but him saying that really hit home with me, and it's something that I definitely want to continue to be active.
Explain the whole concept of Shades of Grey. Why did you title the project Shades of Grey?
Shades of Grey basically came out of, a lot of people asking me, so what kind of artist are you? Like, are you R&B? Are you hip-hop? Are you gospel? Are you, like, pop? Are you alternative? And, again, it came up with, like, no one's ever one thing all the time. No one's ever one way all the time. Life is really never black or white.
I found when I find a CD that I like, I wear it out. Like, it's never in my car. I will listen to it on repeat. And so when I find myself repeating fine print, I think that is so cool. I'm like, I should have read the fine print. Like, it makes so much sense. Explain that. Like, what was your inspiration behind fine print?
You know what? That was actually this track that my boy Keon gave me. It was just incredible. And, I was actually at that time like going through a lot of stuff because the thing is I travel all the time, touring and working. So I was going through like a whole situation, and I was like, this girl, this is my nerves. Like,
I saw you tweet last night, this girl. That's how I read it to this girl.
Which is exactly how it was said. But it's like, it's like sometimes you are in a situation, but it's like you've already passed the point of signing the contract, meaning your heart is already there. Your heart is in love. Like, it don't matter what's going to happen. You in for the long haul. But it's like when you really look at what you signed up for, sometimes you're like,
What do you look for in a potential mate?
I just look for confidence and passion. Like, I'm attracted to people who are passionate and driven. Like that's super important.
I got both of those.
And it's that's really, honestly, those are the two sexiest things. Yeah. It's a confident woman who is driven and passionate about something. Okay.
I think people really listen to the interview. They have to know this.
All right.
And this is, I don't want it to be uncomfortable for you in any way.
All right.
What is your favorite cartoon?
Let's see. Well, I just don't want to take, too much time to answer this one. But I would say my favorite modern cartoon would be, there's two I have to tie. Okay. Family Guy and Boondocks. Okay. Those are my two currently favorite cartoons. My favorite childhood cartoon was Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Hey.
Yeah. Like Stevie, girl, you are a wonder. I wonder what spell am I under. I wonder why I'm so high.